Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Shelby Marybeth. Today I'm moving on to part 3 of my whole house deep cleaning series. We are going to be tackling our master bathroom today. We're going to be cleaning top to bottom, every single nook and cranny in here. There's not going to be any dust left in this bathroom by the time we are finished. I'm also going to be cleaning up a ton of hard water stains and different things around our master bathroom that really need a good deep cleaning. So if you are ready for this, hit that thumbs up for me, comment below, let me know you're watching. I'm starting by just doing a general cleanup of our master bathroom. I'm making sure everything is where it belongs, especially all that laundry that always ends up piling up in here. So once I finish this really quick general cleanup, we'll get to that deep cleaning, and I'm going to start from top to bottom. So first things first will be the vents, like all the fans in here. Those are so good to clean out, especially because they just get so dusty and they actually become a fire hazard. So it's really, really good to dust out your fans in your bathroom. And while we're cleaning up together, definitely leave a comment letting me know how your Mother's Day was. What did you do? I am going to be uploading this video on Monday since Mother's Day is on a Sunday. Mother's Day should be a day full of rest and relaxation and basically doing whatever you like to do. I'm recording this voiceover before Mother's Day, but I am planning on having a breakfast with my mom, and then the rest of the day I'm planning on having like a at-home spa day. I'll be painting my nails. I never get to do that. I'll be taking a nice warm bath in our tub in here with some candles and maybe a glass of wine. So I'm planning on having a very relaxing day. My husband's going to take the kids out of the house for a while, so I'll have a nice, much needed break. So we have 2 vents or fans in our bathroom. There's this main one in the large area, and then we have another one inside the water closet, which is where the toilet is. I started off by using this little handheld vacuum, and it hardly did anything. I had actually gotten it as like a white elephant gift for Christmas, so I didn't have too high of expectations for it, and I'm gonna end up donating that because I just wasn't very happy with it. Didn't really work at all. So I ended up just using a microfiber cloth around the whole thing. And this guy I will definitely link. My husband actually got it a while ago. It's like a little air, compressor. It shoots air out really high, and it just blows things out nicely. It's a lot easier to hold than like one of those compressed air containers. And it just recharges and you just reuse it, so it's great. I also use just a small little brush to try and dust off different areas inside this vent. There may be an easier way to get to everything, but there definitely wasn't from what I could tell. So here's our lid, and it's super dusty. I ended up just using my small brush to kind of scrub it clean with some water and a little bit of soap, and that made it look completely brand new. All that buildup on here is completely gone. It is good as new, so I'm going to put it back up on our ceiling, and then I'll be able to move on to the one in our like the water closet area with the toilet. So here is our glorious water closet. The vent fan and light is up here. And if you want to clean it off super quickly, like I did here, just drop it on the floor and all the dust will fall off that vent. So unfortunately, yes, it all went over the toilet, and luckily this is why we're cleaning from top to bottom. I did do just a quick wipe off of all those big chunks just so that I wasn't stepping in them and getting them all over my clothes. But I did the same thing with this vent hood as like the other one. I just washed it off with some soap and water. This one I actually put a screen on a while ago. I just glued it on with like some hot glue. I felt like bugs were like coming through. I don't even know if that's possible, but we actually had a huge problem with these giant wolf spiders getting into our master bathroom, and I am deathly afraid of spiders, and these were like massive. They had to have been like 3 or 4 inches, like huge bodies, like thick wolf spiders. We get a lot of them here in Florida, and they're not poisonous or anything, but they are just creepy as heck. So anyway, I put a screen on that one because I felt like it may be coming through there, but it could be something completely different. But it was worth a try. I haven't seen anyone like more since I put the screen on, so knock on wood. Hopefully that helped. But anyway, cleaning this up, making it look good as new, and we will be moving down from here. More dust had fallen on top of the toilet, so I was just wiping all of this off quickly. We will be doing a deep clean of this toilet later anyway, but those fans were just so dusty. I had put all our bath mats in the washer earlier, so now it is time to switch it from the wash and put them into our dryer. And I will be starting a wash full of all of the towels that I pulled from the bathroom earlier. I had a whole pile of them, so I'm getting them all started now. Okay, so I have a just bowl full of distilled water, and I want to make it as warm as possible, so I'm just heating it up in the microwave. I know you can like put it on the stove and heat it up that way, but I didn't want to have to like stand there and watch it, so I just stuck it in the microwave, and it made the water nice and warm so that I could use it to wash our walls. So I'm just using a like O-cedar mop, and I'm wringing it out as much as I can. I just want it to be like nice and damp, and then I will be using it to wash our walls. So I have actually never washed our walls before, but let me tell you, it really just made our bathroom feel so much cleaner. I felt like all the dust on our walls was getting picked up with this, and all those like particles that may, fly out from the toilet. So I am getting all of that with the mop, just some warm water, and just making our walls as clean as the rest of our bathroom. I feel like walls get neglected a lot when it comes to cleaning. I know I've always neglected it because I've never washed our walls, and we have lived here for 8 years. Our walls here in Florida have like this texturing to them too, so I feel like that texture really holds on to dust and different things, so it felt so good to wipe it all down. I'll be washing the walls here in the larger area of our bathroom too, but first I wanted to dust off all the light fixtures and everything just because they were covered in dust, and I didn't want to get like big globs of dust on our mop head or anything, so I'm dusting these off first. So I am actually going to be taking down all these frames and our clock here. I'm going to dust them off, wipe them off. I actually end up using like a multi-purpose spray on them to really get all that gunk off of them. And then I will be washing the wall over here as well. We are getting every single nook and cranny in this master bathroom. You will not find one speck of dust in here when we are finished. I went ahead and grabbed our vacuum for all these nooks and crannies that were just full of bugs and like cobwebs. So I'm going to suck all those up before using a multi-purpose spray with some microfiber towels later. We actually have 2 pocket doors, and I made sure to close them so that I could really scrub them down. I was not going to forget these areas, even though they get tucked away very easily, but I also made sure to get both sides of those doors. So we live in Florida, and anytime we collect a few shells from the beach, we put them in here. So to keep them from getting dusty, I've actually been using some like plastic wrap to cover the top of it, and it's been working great at keeping dust out, but it's not very aesthetically pleasing. So I've actually been trying to brainstorm some new ideas for a top with it. Or I'm just gonna have to go ahead and get a new glass container that has a lid. Now that I have the walls completely washed, I'm gonna be using my mixture of half water, half vinegar to clean our mirrors. So I'm just using a microfiber cloth to dust off the mirrors first, and then I'm going to spritz some of that water and vinegar onto our mirror, and then use a cloth, like a lint-free cloth, to wipe them completely down. So I like using the water and vinegar because, one, it works great. The second reason is because it is like so cheap. It's so much cheaper than any other window cleaning product you will ever get. And then it's also completely natural. So I don't have to worry about any of those chemicals or anything. I'm gonna take everything off of my vanity before I clean the mirror over here, but this plant has been in here for a while. It is super dusty, so I ended up just sticking it under our water faucet and just washing it down, kind of rubbing it with my fingers a little bit and trying my best not to get the inside of the pot wet. This worked pretty well for getting all that dust and grime off of that plant. And then I'm going to wipe down and dust off all of my products. I'm going to wipe off all the just excess dried on like lotion and conditioner, all that gets gunked up on the bottles. I use this tray to hold all of my products that I keep on the counter, and the only products I leave on this tray are ones that I use on a daily basis. So I was finding that I was having a hard time putting away things on our counter if I use them every single day. So to make it just seem like they had their own spot on the counter and it just makes it look more organized, I got this tray to use to hold it all. And now it's all wiped down and fresh and it feels so good. I am doing the same thing I did on the other mirror. I'm just using a microfiber cloth to completely dust it off first. That way I'm not wiping around a whole bunch of dust with a wet cloth, because you all know, I'm sure, dust is very hard to get off once it's wet. So I'm just dusting it off first before using my half water, half vinegar to spritz on our mirror, and then wiping it down with a lint-free cloth. I always check the camera by the time I'm done because it will show all the streaks that I missed. Time to deep clean these counters. So I'm starting with just a multi-purpose spray, and I'll use my microfiber cloth to completely wipe it down. So our counters in our bathroom are actually granite. Our house is very builder grade, and which is nice because all of our cabinets and our counters, they match even in the bathroom. So our bathroom counters are the same granite that is in our kitchen, and I love the counters. What I do not love is our hard water. We have a well water system and I struggle with hard water all the time. So this is what I like to use to try and get rid of all of these hard water marks, and I will make sure it is linked in the description. I use this on everything. It works great on stainless steel. It works great on our granite countertops, but all of those hard water marks get completely removed with this product. I also use it in our shower on our glass, and you'll see how well it works in there later. So it does take a little bit of elbow grease, but all the hard water marks are completely gone. I also get a lot of hard water stains on the drain in our sink, so I'm also going to be using this right here and scrubbing it down. I actually ran out of space on my phone, so I didn't realize it stopped filming, but I do clean the other drain, and you'll be able to see it's completely free of any hard water marks. And because our counters in here are granite, I like to seal them at least once a year. So right now I'm just dusting everything off with my water and vinegar and just making sure it's completely clean before I use my granite sealer. And every single sealer is going to come with its own instructions. This one you just spray on, you wipe it in nicely, and then buff it off with another cloth. So this one you do 3 or 4 times, and then you get a nice good seal. And the best way to test if your granite is nicely sealed is if you can move water around on it and it makes this nice bubble. I'm going to be doing the same thing to my husband's vanity as I did with mine. I'm going to start by just wiping everything down, making sure I get all those beard hair clippings and dust off the vanity, and then I'll be able to clean out the sink. I'm going to show you guys that same trick with my hard water stain remover. I'll be using that right here in his sink as well. I get lots of hard water stains on that drain area, so after I completely clean it out, I will use my hard water stain remover, scrub at it for a little bit, and it will look just like new. Hard water can be so frustrating, but with this stuff, it makes cleaning it so much easier. And now I will be sealing the granite on this side. So now I'm just dusting it off, making sure it is spick and span and super clean before I seal the whole thing. And with my sealer, I went ahead and repeated this process 3 times to get a really good seal on this granite. It also leaves it super shiny and it just looks so much cleaner, and it makes it even easier to clean on a daily basis. Time to move on to our glorious shower. So here's where you can see lots and lots of hard water marks because this glass does not hide them. So I'm going to start by completely emptying our shower. And this is the first time I actually tried an SOS cleaning pad. It did say you could use it on glass shower doors, and I will be using my same hard water remover. So you start off with it just wet, and then I squeezed some of that hard water remover onto my SOS pad and scrubbed at our glass door. This is 100% an arm workout. I just switched back and forth between my left and my right arm with how much scrubbing I was doing. I have yet to find a hard water stain remover that doesn't require at least some sort of scrubbing. The tile we have in our shower is also a natural stone, so I have to be super careful with what I'm using to clean in here because it will etch the stone tiles in here. So this one is gentle enough on our tile that it doesn't do anything to it. You can even use it on the tile, but it really gets rid of all of those hard water stains. I have to do both sides of our shower door because when our shower door opens, it kind of goes into the water being sprayed by our shower. So both sides of our shower door end up getting hard water on them. So I'm scrubbing the outside as well, just to make this crystal clear. And since this is a true deep cleaning, I'm trying my best to get everything looking like brand new. I went ahead and did a second pass on our door here because I could still see some of the hard water marks. There weren't a lot, but I could still see a little bit. So I just wanted to make sure I got rid of every single one. I also noticed I could kind of run my finger along and I could see through better to see if there were any hard water marks. So I could scrub at those areas. I still saw the hard water. It's always so satisfying after rinsing all the product off and I'm just left with a crystal clear piece of glass. Some of the tile on this little display wall in our shower, it was starting to look like hazy because of the hard water stains. So I'm using the same hard water stain remover with my SOS pad, and I am just scrubbing the tile in here, and it really revived it. It made it shine again, and it got rid of all of that haze from the hard water. The rest of our shower, I'm just using my Dawn Power Wash spray, and I am spraying it everywhere in the shower, and then I'm using my Scrub Daddy sponge to scrub at the rest of the tile and the grout in here. I love our shower until I have to clean it. Cleaning it is definitely one of the biggest chores. But man, it feels so good when it is clean. I do shower every single day. I'm one of those people that has to have a shower before I go to bed. I just feel way too greasy, like my hair does, if I don't take a shower every day. So this shower gets a lot of use, and I should probably clean it a lot more often than I do. So after I'm done cleaning our shower, I like to rinse it off with, of course, water, but I use a squeegee to help get all of that soap and product down the drain so it's not sitting on the floor in here. I keep the squeegee inside our shower, that way I can squeegee down the doors whenever I'm done with the shower. That doesn't always happen, but that's what the squeegee's in here for. Our shower has been completely deep cleaned. Now I'm gonna turn my focus to this bathtub, and really it's not too bad if you look at it, but if you touch it, you will find a huge layer of dust. So I'm just using my microfiber cloth to try and capture as much dust as possible. And after I get rid of all the loose dust, I'm going to use my multi-purpose spray and a new microfiber cloth to really wipe everything completely clean. To clean the inside of the tub, I'm just getting it a little bit wet, kind of rinsing off any dust I can with one of my cups. And then I'm using my mop to scrub down the sides and the bottom. Using the mop for our tub really saves my back, especially since I did all that scrubbing inside our shower. It felt really good to just use the mop in here. To clean our cabinets, I'm using my Miss Meyer's multi-purpose spray with a microfiber cloth, and I'm just wiping them down. I am really bad at dusting off our molding, so I am detailing that right now. I'm making sure I get every bit of molding in our master bathroom. Time to clean this toilet, so I'm just doing a quick dust off first. A lot of the dust had finally settled completely in here from when I was cleaning that fan and the walls and everything. And then I'm going to use my Clorox wipes to wipe down every square inch of this toilet and making sure to get the back of it too. Actually do that on a pretty regular basis. That way all the dust and the grime doesn't build up back there. So if you just do a quick wipe back there every week when you clean your toilet, it will just stay clean, and it's so much easier than cleaning it once it gets super grimy and dirty and disgusting. I've been there. Clean it off and then just keep it that way every week. You can do it. We are making our way down in our bathroom. So now I'm gonna do a quick vacuum and get all the dust and hair and different things that are on our bathroom floor before I do a deep mop in here. So I'm moving on down to our floor. It's our last area in the bathroom that I need to clean. Sometimes I go between using our cedar mop, which I'm using now, and other times I'll use our vacuum mop. But this time, since we're doing a true deep cleaning, I'm using the warmest water I can with a little bit of Miss Meyer's multi-purpose spray, and I'm using the cedar mop so I can get into every single nook and cranny in this bathroom and just get it as clean as possible. So when I'm mopping with the cedar mop, I like to use a lot of water at first, and then that really soaks the floor and loosens any dirt. And then I will mop it all up and rinse it out. I'll use that spinning feature on the cedar mop to completely wring it out. And then I will do another pass on the floor to get it as dry as possible. It also picks up any of that dirt and water. You know, it's mopping. I'm describing mopping, but anyway, here we go. We are almost at the end of today's video. I have lots of other videos on my channel. If you needed some more cleaning motivation, I'll make sure the best one for you is linked at the end of this video. But before you go, definitely hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate every single one of those. Definitely leave a comment if you can. That way I know you're watching. It's the only way I know you've come to visit me. And it's just the best way to help support my videos. I always feel so much more appreciated when you leave comments. So I'm gonna be finishing up the rest of the bathroom in here. I'm taking out all of our clean bath mats. There's nothing like a nice, warm, fluffy, clean bath mat on the bottom of your feet after you take a shower. I'm trying my best to finish up a whole house cleaning with me video. It'll be a bonus video one of these weeks, but the next deep clean with me will be in our laundry room. So I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.